And that's another whole talk on enlightened sexuality, where she's almost always in the mood. You can do this once you learn how to score a lot of points with a woman. What separates a human woman, one difference between a human woman and an animal female, is that animal female can only experience the doubling of her estrogen uh, when she's in heat, which means when her body can make a baby. But with the right husband, somebody who's devoted to her, sharing with her, understands the biohacks of relationship, you can keep her estrogen levels high all the time. And after ovulation, her progesterone levels high, along with high estrogen. When you can start doing these biohacks, which we'll share, then a woman can be orgasmic every day, okay, even during her period, or that could be a little messy. This is, you know, towels for that. But anyway, this is phenomenal. See, that's we can generate.
I think you're inspiring a lot of people, because I think people would be saying, come on, John, you're crazy, 72 years old, and you can have sex whenever you want. And you're still connected. You're still, enriched and expanded and open. Like, no way. So I love that you're dropping it down and saying, yeah, this is absolutely possible if you have the skills and you know what you're doing. You understand the concepts
you have to know the biohacks.
we're talking about. Yeah.
And some of these are really old from thousands of years ago. I've studied Taoist sex and been to China for 10 years and studied India. I was a celibate Indian monk for 9 years. I'm really into the whole spiritual side of things. And then turns out that most spiritual teachers don't know much about relationships. That most of them, a lot of them are single and kind of they sort of did a emotional bypass. I won't say all, but they're kind of like very high, but do actually get along with their kids and everything. So I got whatever my enlightenment is at 29 with my teacher Maharishi, and he was a celibate monk. I wanted to be just like him. And then I kind of like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? Find something new to teach that he doesn't teach. And that was my whole exploration, was relationship, more enlightened sexuality, more enlightened relationship, bring it to another level, because we're all going to another level now. The world's changing dramatically. Is women being in the workplace a bad thing? Absolutely not. But it's a massively stressful thing for women today, because men have not learned, and women have not learned, how a man has a superpower to raise a woman's estrogen levels. This is like very important. And in some cases, a woman looks to a man for that, but then she gets too attached to the man and forgets that she needs girlfriends, she needs children, or she needs to be being selfless towards somebody. It could even be a pet, but being selfless is very important. I mean, for me, by the way, I'm referring to Bonnie all the time. Bonnie died 5 years ago. And one of the things that sort of brought me back to myself was dating. That was one thing, because the brain gets attached to that person as the source of love. You have to start gradually giving other people the source of love. I'm remarried now, but in that transition, having a dog was really good for me, because, so interesting. What the dog does is I have to get up every morning and walk the dog. As a big dog, I have to feed this dog, and then I have to walk him again and feed him. You can't just sit back and grieve and feel like I don't want to do anything anymore, which I was devastated for a while. But I learned so clearly how important it is for everybody, a mature person, to have someone who's dependent on you, or something that's dependent on you, that you're not getting anything directly back. I mean, in a sense, it's like a child. You have to give to the child. If you don't have children, you need to find something that is dependent on you. That's one need, just like we need for intimacy. It doesn't produce these ecstatic levels of estrogen, but we're not supposed to be feeling that all the time. But you did come back to me and you said I can have sex anytime I want. The difference between me and my friends at my age,